Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where today we will be reviewing the Era 2 Premium, the Chieftain Hybrid 120. Alright, so for those of you short on time, here are my quick thoughts on the 120. Yes, it's got great mobility, as you can see here. Yes, it's got great DPM, which to be exact is 5,178 with my current crew and equipment setup, but it suffers from the same problem that every Era 2 Premium Heavy suffers from. It's not an FV4211. You can pull amazing games in the 120. The game you're seeing here is one of them, because this is a 10k combined game. And at this point, I will note, this is a 10k combined game that doesn't have any FVs in it. So, you know, just carry that mental note with you throughout this whole review. So, yeah. What's the problem with the 120? It's not an FV, basically. The second you find yourself facing off against an FV, it's likely that it's game over for you. In all honesty, it's game over really even before you get into battle, because according to Tankopedia, the website that Wargaming have set up for the game, the FV will cost you 12,500 gold. In store, right now, the cheapest bundle for the 120 is 12,900 gold. So, do you really want to pay more for a tank that isn't as good? It's up to you. My recommendation, though, at this point is that the 120 should be purchased by veteran Cold War players who really, really know how to play a medium. The 120 is not a tank for novice players. Alright, so that's my high-level review of the 120. Let's dive into the details a little bit and take a closer look at this new premium. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the 120 to the FV because, according to the game, these are both heavies, they're both premiums, and as everybody knows, right now, the FV is the best premium heavy in Era 2, so that is the benchmark. Alright. Standard penetration on the standard rounds, obviously, for the 120 is 418mm. That is compared to 365mm of the FV. Alpha per shot for the 120 is 530, while it's only 440 for the FV. The 120 comes in with 2,950 hit points, which is down compared to the FV's 3,000 hit points. The max speed of the 120 is 65 km an hour. That's without the traction system or engine boost. The max speed of the FV, again without any boosting equipment, is 48 km an hour. The view range for the 120 is 490 meters. For the FV, it's only 470 meters. And lastly, the concealment for the 120 is 477 meters, while the FV comes in at 479 meters. So, the positives to the 120 are, it has better pen on its standard rounds, the alpha is a lot higher, and it is much, much faster than the FV. Sounds pretty good so far. What are the negatives? It has terrible armour. The 120 cannot play hull down, and I am so disappointed by this, because I was really hoping we would finally have something other than the FV to play hull down on the British premium line, but no, we don't. The 120 cannot play hull down, and despite the gun performance, it will not beat a hull down FV, which, by the way, has 300mm of spaced armour at about 45 degrees. The front of the 120's turret is only 250mm on average, and it's not even spaced. If you're hit by an ATGM, it will do full damage. Almost every shot coming your way will pen, and I say that after I bounce a shot from this T62. 9 times out of 10, an incoming round will bounce off of you, and this is where I'm a little bit, you know, befuddled, I suppose is the right word to use here, because I can't believe Wargaming are listing this as a heavy. The 120 is a medium hull, because we've already got the T95E3, it's the same hull. We've already got the T95E2, same hull. They're both mediums. And all they've done is they've put the Chieftain turret on it. And yeah, the Chieftain is a heavy, but everybody knows the Chieftain is just... Well, it's not really. It's a heavy, but it doesn't play like a heavy. It's got terrible turret armour. This is a medium hull with a mediocre heavy turret on top and a superb gun. And the issue that the 120 has, and I have said this so many times before, you can have the best DPM in the world, but if you're dead, it is of no use to anybody. And that is the problem that the 120 has got right now. It is a difficult tank to survive in because every shot coming your way will pen. It's you know, you can almost guarantee it. It's like playing a leopard. Every shot coming your way will pen. Now, I could go on a rant right now about the FV, but I won't because that's a topic for another video. What I will do now is start to close out this video with the economy stats for the 120. It comes with a 55% silver boost, which is, you know, pretty average for the era. And that game's over. There we go. We've got MVP, 10k combined in this game, 3 kills, which is a good result. There we go. So we've got 10.3k combined, you know, it's 10k plus. It's a decent result for this thing. But there were no FVs in this game. There were no unbalanced heavies to fight against, so this thing was in its element. It performed really, really well in this game, and I think that's because there were no FVs to fight against. So keep that in mind when you want to think about getting this tank. Anyway, yeah, 55% silver boost, which is average. It's got a 20% tank XP boost, 5% free XP boost, and lastly a 10% crew XP boost, which, you know, nothing really special that there in those stats, but I have a feeling that Wargaming put all of the good juice for this tank into the DPM. So, if you want a heavy that's really a medium with the potential to do mega damage, the 120 is a tank you'll enjoy every now and then. You are not going to get 10k games every single game. You just keep it in mind. Don't expect a result like this every game you play. If you want a tank that can hold its own against the FV4211, buy the FV4211. And I hate recommending the FV4211 because it's... well, never mind. Alright. Okay, folks. That's about all I have for the Chieftain Hybrid 120. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If not, a dislike. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, I hope you're all keeping well, and I will see you out there.